I would start by saying I'm delighted to share with you an exclusive interview with two of our key speakers in the third annual Coal Ash and CCR Management Conference. My name is Mitch Hartman. I am the conference producer, bringing together CCR management and coal-fired utilities to address areas such as demystifying the background of coal ash combustion residuals and new EPA regulations, exploiting economic and environmental benefits of using innovative methods to repurpose ash, prioritizing best practices in CCR water management, and insights for tackling ash pond closures and constructing CCR landfills. So today with us is Marty Stange. He's the environmental supervisor at Hastings Utilities, along with Marina Richards. She's the environmental engineer over there. Both are responsible for implementation of environmental regulations, supporting City of Hastings and Hastings Utilities in managing, designing, implementing various city and utility projects. Okay, team. So at the upcoming Coal Ash Conference, you're participating in one session, which is reflecting on Hastings City's clean closure goals and ash marketing. So tell me about a little bit about the topic and what it addresses.
So I just kind of wanted to point it out because it is such a brought out subject. Marty and I, we somewhat share responsibilities, somewhat merge. And so Marty has more knowledge on the regulation part of it because HDR, our consulting group, so he's more involved in the regulation part of it. I'm more involved in the marketing part of it.
Okay.
So this is why we kind of work as a team, just because like we share responsibilities. Because besides just that, we have another responsibilities. So we kind of try to work as a team to make sure we stay on top of any subject related to that matter. So this is why we kind of need for this presentation both of us, because Marty handles one part of it, I handles another part of it.
Right.
So that's a good segue, Mitch, to kind of explain. The Energy Center, when it was originally built in 1980, when Unit 1 went online.
Unit 1.
Yeah, and on Unit 1, we had really figured that we would have an ash pond out there, and it would be there for the life of the pond or life of the plant. And what we found out was we got too much evaporation, so we ended up with a dry pond basically. And as regulations came in, we realized, we're in a good position to market this. And working with the state of Nebraska, they obviously didn't want another landfill out there. They really wanted to promote recycling, beneficial reuse. And so working with, different people throughout the industry and so forth, we found out the best place to market this is in our own backyard. Working with the local county road departments, working with the city, working with our agriculture communities and so forth. So when we put together a landfill permit for this ash pond, which pond and landfill don't always go together, but it's unique. And we just decided that we're not going to have a permanent landfill, that by the end of the life of the power plants, because we have added Unit 2 as well, that we will have a clean closure. We will market all the material out. We will clean out the pond. And so the end result in all this effort is beneficial reuse of this material and no additional landfills for the state of Nebraska, or in our case.
Lovely, lovely. So if you had to look at the impact of your efforts with regards to this, and then you had to basically quantify it in terms of maybe time and cost saved, or even money revenue, how would you could you put numbers to this?
I can, and I don't know that I can quote off the top of my head, but I have been keeping track of what was the cost of building a landfill versus the disposal cost, because we do pay for some of the trucking. It's really an issue of getting the material to a source that can use it, because clay is available. We've got to get it there, and so we offset that. So without trying to look at the millions of dollars that we've saved over the life of the plant so far, but we're looking today, you know, a landfill cost might be $50 to $70 per ton, and probably closer to 70 now with everything that's going on. And we can dispose of it anywhere from $10 to $20 per ton. So there's easily a $50 a ton savings that we have throughout the life of the plant. And that includes all the historical material that's been there, and we're in the process of really getting it to almost I wouldn't say zero, but we're down to where we've removed a lot of material already. So that's a definite cost savings that you would have, you know, into the future, where you'd be paying for, you know, landfill space now. So.
And plus, they found the beneficial part of each material is separate. We have several materials on the plant, so and then we use it as basically recycling the material too. So
yeah. One of the things that we did on Unit 2, which was a new unit that went online in 2010, we actually were able to justify putting an electrostatic precipitator in line of the gas treatment stream. So we actually take fly ash out before we hit the scrubber. So we actually separate those two products. And by doing that, we actually sell the fly ash now. So that actually makes us money. But then the scrubber ash is now a pure product, and we're using that directly on agricultural land as a soil amendment. And we have a product that's actually licensed by the state of Nebraska as an agricultural product in there. So from that standpoint, we almost break even on unit 2.
Yeah, that benefit in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we don't get any of the economic benefit in our paychecks. We just we get an attaboy once in a while.
So I'll cut that out in the promotional video.
No, that's fine. but that's public power. I mean, I know. I mean, seriously, because what we're doing is, even if we're paying to have it done, but what we find is our own community, our county, they're all benefiting from these products as well, and they're the people that are buying the electricity. So by keeping it at home, we're keeping those dollars at home. We're able to get it back in there. So it's just kind of completing that
all the environmental effects and everything.
Right.
So you have the economic and the environmental
effects. Yeah. And much of what we do is we serve the agricultural community out there, and the fact that they're able to get material in far cheaper than shipping it in from, you know, another states or whatever. It's a benefit to them as well. So being nonprofit, you know, allows us to work through some of those things that are out there.
All right, great, guys. So last question: what do you think about my event? What do you think of the importance of this event, and what people can take away from an event such as this?
Oh, like I see on a lot of events here is sharing those new ideas that are maybe unique to your community or to your operation. But it's kind of like making cookies. We may all make a chocolate chip cookie, but the thing is, we'll all add a little something different to it. And if you can catch some portion of what we do and say, oh, I never thought about maybe adding that to my recipe of what I'm doing, that is helpful. And that's really how we got where we got. We talked to different people, and they say, well, we do this here. And they go, well, yeah, but that's kind of a cool idea. But what you do doesn't always fit what we want. But we could take that one ingredient out of their recipe, add it to our recipe to make our recipe taste a little bit better.
Yep, that's the whole mission, you know, getting insights from different folks, and to, you know, you take, if one little takeaway you get, you know, you take that, and you know, it could be extremely valuable, you know.
Right. Well, and also, you know, like I wanted to say as well, you know, like I would like to hear the feedback from the other people when they hear our information. Maybe we can learn something from them as well, and learn something new, and then we can use it in our operation as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect.
And I would say that's one of the things that we found so beneficial in our public power here in Nebraska is that when we started these ideas, all of our peers that are in Nebraska, you know, we all sat around and said, how can we solve these problems of ash management and so forth, and recognizing everybody has a different operation, those kind of, but they were very helpful, as well as we offered, you know, suggestions to them. So we didn't do this in a vacuum. You know, we got here because there was a lot of people, including the EPA, the NDE, all these folks, you know, have given us some help along the way, and contractors. So we're just the conduit. That's why they don't give us the bonus, because they'd have to share with everybody else too. So.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Thank you so much.